Hello everyone, my name is Bygl and welcome back to another episode here from the Let's Play series. I hope you are having a wonderful day today. And check this out, check out the top left corner. Minecraft 1.18 is out and I did fly around the world already a little bit. I haven't checked out any of the new chunks, how they generate or anything like that. I just wanted to pre-generate everything that generates below the bedrock now, and the bedrock in our world hopefully should be gone with this new update. I haven't actually been down there to that new layer, so let's build a small tunnel over here in the new mineshaft area which we built. And I have actually used this just a little bit just to get some stone for the mountain when I was working on it, but you can see that I have kitted myself out, and hopefully we will be able to see some deep slate soon. While level 876. Oh yeah, there it is. So it worked. I did back up my world, by the way, which is something that you guys should do as well if you have an older world which you want to keep safe like I do. So I have 3 things planned that I want to check out today. The first one, of course, is gonna be the new caves, which we are going to look at right away here. The second thing is the new terrain, which we will check out as well. And the third thing, which I have already seen, is a very certain texture change, which I am not incredibly fond of. So we might have to do a little bit of a redesign on some of our builds. You'll see when we get there. But I do hear a lot of mobs walking around. Did they change how mobs spawn with this update? Is it that they only spawn in complete darkness now? I didn't actually read the patch notes. I just booted up the launcher, so that 1.18 dropped, and here we are. And this is one of the new caves right here. This is this is exciting stuff. I can already see that it generates in a different way compared to the old one. It's kind of like wide instead of high, if you know what I mean. Kind of feels vanilla-esque still, except for the large amount of deep slate instead of stone. But yeah, so far so good. And yeah, mobs are generating here, that is nice. Ooh, there it is. This is the new cave generation, the proper new one. And man, is it gigantic compared to what we are used to. And I gotta say, the Glowlicon I was really not fond of. But I gotta say, the way it lights up these caves, I think that is absolutely spectacular. I think that is so good. Okay, the first thing I wanna do in one of these big caves, now brace yourself, we might die here, but I believe that I am a decent flyer. Okay, let's do this. Woo! Oh, that is so cool! That is a dead end, so let's fly right back here. Okay, it's not the most gigantic cave, but I mean, that is so cool that you can actually freely fly around in a Elytra here. I think that is one of the big things that they were trying to do with this, that you can actually use the Elytra to traverse through these more quickly. And I gotta say, I think they succeeded. I think they succeeded quite well. Man. And then we're kinda in a more vanilla area again. Well, okay, maybe not a very vanilla area, because this doesn't look anything like vanilla. Especially the way the lava is generating around here. Like, this is kinda weird actually. Yeah, there's like a whole lake, but it's kinda cut off by the cave. Huh. So another thing that I want to find, I don't know how difficult it is going to be to find one of those, but there are like underwater oceans or underwater lakes. So it would be really cool if we could find one of those. I have no idea if they generate in like certain height levels or anything, so I'm just gonna wander around a little bit and maybe I can find something. Oh, there's like stalactites and stalagmites and everything. Oh, look at this place! Yo! I'm sorry, I'm kinda turning into one of those annoying YouTube reaction channels. My apologies. Yeah, there's the giant lava lake I was looking for. There's diamonds there as well. I love this place, this looks amazing. And it's pretty close to 0-0 as well. And it keeps going as well, like look at this. Oh, this is so cool. Like I'm trying to formulate my words to say something like, you know, objective about this, but I really can't. I can't turn my brain off from just looking at this and saying how cool this is. Diamonds. Okay, I thought diamonds were supposed to be, you know, rare. I just dug a few from here. These were the 7 that we just found. There's another few right here, just a twofer, but still, and another one right here. Huh. Okay, I mean, I'm not complaining. Okay, I think that is enough cave exploring for the first session. We're of course gonna do a bunch of stuff in the caves in the upcoming future, but right now there is just so much stuff that I wanna check out that I just wanna do everything at once, right? So we're gonna take a quick break from that and we're gonna go... let me check my coordinates. We're gonna go to the east, I think. That is where we were the least in this world. That is where most of the unexplored chunks are, and also most of the boring terrain as well. I think it's mostly just mountains there and maybe some plains and a forest biome. So yeah, nothing too fancy. Basically the same stuff that we have around this part of the base. So yeah, we're gonna go there and hopefully we can find some of the cool new terrain there. Okay, before we venture out, I want you guys to just look around here for a second and check if you can see any difference, because for me it's very readily apparent what happened here. If you haven't been paying very close attention to how the builds look, or if you don't remember, then it might be not too obvious. But this is a bit of a problem. Goodness, I haven't even seen this build before. So they changed the dark oak texture. It's way darker now than what it used to be before. Before it was way more of a spruce color. It looked kinda like this, very slightly darker than the spruce one. And honestly, I think I might replace all of the dark oak now with spruce. I think it might be better than what we have going on right now, because it's so contrasted to the spruce, right? Usually we used the spruce and the dark oak in tandem together, right? They kind of blended together. Now, yeah, not happening anymore. Okay, even the spruce planks pop out like a lot now. Yeah, I'm not sure. I want you guys to look at the builds though and tell me if you think we should keep the dark oak or if we should replace all of it with spruce. It honestly won't be too much of a hassle to do it. We have a lot of the type of that wood. 35, 42, 28, 32. This one is 30 and 2.5 jump. I think we'll go for this guy over here because he's got okay jump and okay speed. We're gonna name him Cliff. And this is gonna be the horse which is actually gonna take us to the new chunks. We're gonna do it on horseback instead of via a Leechra flight, just because I think that it's gonna be slightly more interesting, and also he looks awesome. Grey horses are probably one of my favorites. So yeah, I think this is water this way. Let me check. I haven't actually been here a bunch. I don't at least remember most of this terrain. Hey, yeah, it's Editing Bygl here. I decided that I'm just gonna show you a few clips of this adventure because I actually have wandered around the world for a little over an hour and most of it is just, you know, sightseeing all of the new terrain, which I personally recommend you to do yourself. It's usually not the most exciting stuff to watch stuff like that on video, so if you wanna see the new terrain, yeah, I do recommend actually doing it for yourself. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you with some clips of the best parts of this exploration session, and I'll see you after. You know, guys, this is so peaceful. Like, reminds me of the olden days in like 2012 on the hot summer night, right, when it's raining outside, just exploring a Minecraft world. Also a pink sheep, those are pretty rare, right? That's pretty neat. Whoa, okay, now we've got something going on. Goodness, okay, Cliff, this is your spot over here. Oh, I'm so horrible. I'm such a horrible person. I apologize. Please stay in the hole. Well, only one thing to do, right? Hey, you! Oh, mama. Oh, mama, this is something special. It just keeps going on. It just keeps going, and there's just diamonds randomly placed right there. Wow, okay, this is a bit of a different level of a cave than what we discovered back in the beginning of the episode. This is a completely different experience. Never imagined that they would actually pull off something like this successfully. But this is something that the developers should definitely be proud of. Please leave me alone, I'm sightseeing, Mr. Spider. A geode's over there as well. Wow, okay. I am beyond words at this point. Okay, I just went out of the cave to find Cliff so we can continue our adventure, because we have a lot of stuff that we want to find. But check this out, this is the first pink sheep that we found, right? That was the first one, and over here, it's a twofer. Don't know what the chances of that happening are, but you know, that's pretty cool. Okay, this is also an incredibly cool area. This is exactly what I'm looking for Minecraft Season 2. I don't know if there is a place like that on the seed that we picked for the server, but this would be perfect, honestly. Oh, it would be so cool if you could get like a bunch of server mates in a place like this, and one would like settle over there, one in this hill, one in that place, and you would have like a central area in the middle. And this terrain, it's something else, I'm telling you. I mean, it keeps going as well. This is so cool. I need to stop commenting on every single thing that I find, because we're gonna be here forever. And also, this is a new biome, right? This is the Meadows. Yep. Interesting biome, because it's got a bit of a different shade of grass, but I kind of like it. It's real peaceful here. Is that a oh, like spikes? Is that a desert village in a forest? Is that what I'm seeing right now? It totally is, isn't it? Okay, okay, let me actually fly there so we can take a good look, but I think this is a village that generated on sand, which then the rest of it probably generated in the forest then afterwards. And this is the center of the village somewhere here, right? No? Oh yeah, it's probably generated on this piece of desert, and then it just spread out into the forest. Okay, that's interesting though. That's kinda cool. Oh boy. Well, it's come to this, huh? Stuck on a peninsula with nowhere else to go. Well, we did this once before, you know. And we had a horse, his name was Horus, and we left him somewhere in a jungle, far, far away from our base. And I'm afraid we're gonna have to do the same for our friend here, so we're gonna make a hole. And one day we will return for ya. But for the sake of my sanity, I'm just gonna do a bit of a dripstone pillar in case we decide to come get you one day. Oh, there's Mushroom Island! We never found one of these before. On this world, at least. Oh boy! And it's really laggy around here. Let me take a screenshot of this place. There we go. But hey, if we dig straight down and right around over here. Oh, is that rooted dirt? Oh yeah, it is, okay. Oh. My goodness, my goodness. That's why you don't. That's why you don't dig straight down, huh? I've been trolled. This is a freaking troll of an azalea tree. Sorry, buddy, but you deserve this. You did it to yourself. Nice. Okay, I think that was a pretty decent exploration session. We should probably move on to something else in today's episode, though, because we're like, what, 15 minutes in, and we still haven't really properly done anything in the world, so we're gonna do that here. But before we do, you noticing something? Something different around here? Maybe, maybe not. So I added a bunch of these pink flowers. I have no idea how they're called. I didn't even check for their name. They spawn in the lush caves. I found a lush cave around the outpost area, somewhere there around the wastelands, and I grabbed 4 of these pink flowers which produce these particle effect spore blossoms, they're called, I think. I'm not sure though, but yeah, they emit these green particle effects, and I think that is exactly what this place needed, so that is really cool. We're gonna get a bunch of these in here once we completely finish the surrounding forest of this area. But yeah, I think that's pretty neat, right? Like the atmosphere that they give with the green particles, I think that is absolutely awesome. So what we're gonna do for the rest of the episode is a little bit of building. Here in the compendium there are just a few decorations that I want to put into place today, and we're gonna begin with the library here, because I have a pretty cool idea of what to put on top of this building, because it was looking kinda bland, not gonna lie, especially when you were flying above it. The roof was just completely flat, so we're gonna put in a little tower there. I'm gonna put a dark prismarine roof on it and everything, and in the tower is gonna be a pretty neat thing. Okay, I think this is looking pretty good with the roof, and now we're gonna do a little bit of a fun thing with it. Oh yeah, I also need to strip the metal pillars. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in here a little bit of a daylight sensor. That doesn't that doesn't really look right. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but I'm hoping that when it comes to daytime, oh, I can't put slabs there. Oh no, okay, whatever. I'll fix it later. We're gonna put in a bell. I think we can put it on a block like this and it's still gonna get powered. We'll see. So if I fly above now and I switch this, so currently it's giving out 14 power. If I switch it, it's giving out 0 power. No, it doesn't work. I'm not gonna lie, my daylight sensor knowledge is not very extensive. Okay, it's gonna work if we put it in like this. So what we're gonna do, I think, is we're gonna break this. We're gonna put it 1 block lower, kinda like this. Okay, yeah, sign works way better. So now we can actually test it right away. That's pretty neat. We just need to wait for night time, and once we sleep, this should hopefully go off. Maybe. I don't know how the daylight sensor behaves. I don't know if it's gonna be on 0 power by the time we sleep and wake up. Actually, let me check, because I believe that we should be able to do exactly that. Currently it's 4 power, 3 power, and I can already sleep, so it's not gonna go off, which is a big problem. Because I was hoping that the bell would ring every single time we would wake up around these parts, and that is not gonna be the case, I'm afraid. Yikes, yeah. By the way, I also put in these glow berries. So when they grow up, there's gonna be a light source here. Rip this. Okay, is it on 0 power? Not yet, but by the time we wake up, it should be... Question mark? Is it even gonna go to 0 power? I'm not sure. Oh no. Oh yeah, it goes. It goes to 0 power. Okay, that's nice. So now when we wake up, it's gonna ring. Yes. That's awesome. Okay, I replaced one of those dark oak beams we have here with a spruce one, and that's how it would look if we would replace all of them. And I'm so unsure. I'm gonna need your guys' guidance on this, cause I'm kind of fine with both, and replacing it with spruce is probably gonna be a lot of effort, which might not be worth the buck. But we also have all of these weird places now, like this doesn't look good at all compared to what it used to, so I might replace the spruce wood with dark oak wood. Like I'm really not sure. I love texture changes that they make, but this one has a big negative impact on our world here. Yeah, well, whatever. So, just to pick up the pace a little bit here, I'm gonna do a building montage. And the plan here is to decorate the portal that we have. I'm probably gonna make it slightly bigger, and we're gonna give it a similar style as to this thing over here, this main entrance. And yeah, I'm gonna try to decorate this place a little bit. I'm gonna put in a bit of work, maybe another tree or two, we'll see. And man, I just realized something. Like I love building montages like this one, but I realized that like the actual sounds of the blocks being placed in mind, that's like 80% of the enjoyment, isn't it? From these clips. And since there is no game audio, well, yeah, they can turn out kinda boring sometimes. And now that we're done, you can see that I did basically the exact same thing as with that one, but it looks pretty cool, right? I think it turned out pretty good. We also have the bookshelves in the back, kind of just to resemble the compendium look as most of the other builds, right? I have a few cool ideas, I think, with this that we could do. One of them is when we have these two dark oak blocks that align like this. This was just a lucky coincidence that they kind of got into the same place, but what we could do is we could break these trapdoors on top of them, like so. Maybe put a single block of bricks and then spruce, kind of like what we have going on over here. Yep. And then I don't know. I kind of have a vision in mind. I don't know how to translate it into the game though. We should probably try this with something basic like spruce slabs, just so you guys can see what I'm trying to make here. Scaffolding block, and then something like this. There we go. Oh, maybe one more block over there. No. Maybe break this one and put it like that. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, it would be cool to kind of have these like diagonal gateways every once in a while. I think those would look really cool in this space, especially when there's gonna be a bunch of trees around. That's gonna give it a nice look. We should probably switch to the spruce lights though. What do we use though? What do we use with this? Maybe jungle? It's better. It's definitely better. Maybe I should try dark prismarine as well before I decide. Okay, Dark Prismarine works surprisingly well actually. I thought it would look kinda awkward on there, but overall, yeah, I think that is a neat design for a weird wall gateway thing. I don't know what this even is, but hey, it looks cool, so why not keep it? And it's gonna be nice having like these archways and gates when you're walking through here. Kinda gonna give you a nice feeling of all of these being connected and also being parts of separate areas. So this is gonna be like the main. Well, this is not gonna be the main area. This is gonna be like the entrance area with the starter base over there and the portal. And when we walk through here, you're like in the middle of the area because there's the middle part, which is gonna be this, and this like crossroads area, which is gonna split off into all of the other directions. So yeah, I think this is neat. Now for the next part, I think we should probably connect up the little moss farm we made using the pathway over here. And maybe we should also put in a few more trees around the area, just so we have the forest slowly expanding and growing out, because it's been kind of like this for a pretty long while, and I think I want to change it now. And here we are, the whole thing is complete. So let me give you a little bit of a tour of what I did here. We've got the road, as I said, connects up the small moss farm we made a while back. I also grew a bunch of moss stuff around the road, just so it kind of feels like it belongs in this area, which also has a lot of moss. And we'll probably have a bunch of trees growing around here as well. It's going close to the outskirts of the area though, so we will probably have more spruce trees than these ones. One new tree over here, another one over there, and also the third and last one over here. And I decided that I want to talk about something with you guys that I've been using without really talking about it. And I think it's a very important thing when it comes to making builds, especially builds like these. And I kind of messed it up in this area, but we can still change that if we want. So framing, right? That's what I've been trying to do with this place all the time. And we can see it over here, for example. We've got two trees kind of making like this portrait hole thingy. Like this is where the canvas would be. And then the building is in the middle over there. And it looked great. It looked fine. Then I added the lamppost and I ruined the whole thing. That is the example of me ruining it. So if we wanted to fix it, we could just break this and put it over here, and I think it would look absolutely fine that way. But yeah, that is something that I definitely recommend you guys to try, framing. And we've got a little bit of framing happening over here as well with the new tree. Again, I slightly messed it up by placing the pine tree over there, or spruce tree, or however. But yeah, you can see that this tree and this tree kind of creates like the two pillars in between which the build is built. The build is built. And then we also, of course, have the mountain as a backdrop. And also, this one I'm pretty proud of. This one turned out really, really well. But you can see how those trees frame that building over there. So yeah, whenever I build new trees and whenever I build new builds in here, I'm always trying to think about framing, and sometimes I mess up old frames, sometimes I mess up future frames, but for example this one is a really good one. Even this build isn't really in the way of that one, which is nice. I think if I build it up a little bit, which I'm going to do soon, it might get slightly in the way, but other than that I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out great, and the portal I think turned out great. Everything here turned out great, so yeah, today I'm pretty happy with the progress. And I almost forgot to mention, I made a small tree, like only using fences and leaves. Let me know what you guys think of this, because I am not really sure. I don't think it looks very good, but maybe if we have just a few of these all around, just for variation, maybe that could be a good idea. I don't know. But yeah, I have one thing that I want to do before we end of today's episode. That is this guy over here. We're gonna move them to the tower that we built on top of the library. It's gonna be Interesting challenge, but as far as I know, if I put the chicken on the leash and I fly upwards, I'm allowed the rockets. Give me a second, guys. But if you fly upwards with the chicken should just hover downwards, right? So let's try it here. I'm gonna fly. And I lost them. Of course I did. I know you can have them on a leash and fly with them though, because I've seen it on Enbance's videos. Let me try it one more time. You kinda have to have the perfect angle to do it. Yeah, I broke the leash immediately there. This might take a second to figure out how to do this. Now that I'm thinking about it, I only seen it being done with sheep and mobs like that, so I don't know if this is gonna work on the chicken. Please, come on, there we go. One more try, for good luck. No, it's not happening. So we're gonna do the second best thing, and that is this. The old simple stair trick always works. This is gonna be... this is gonna be painful, isn't it? I know some people love mob wrangling, and to those people I have a question. Why? This is not my cup of tea when it comes to this game, not gonna lie. And a few more steps. And there you go, welcome to your new home. There we go, let me fix that for you. So yeah, this is where these guys are gonna be. This is where they are gonna live. Hopefully they can't climb up these vines. I think the pigman could do that, but I think as long as he's on the chicken, he's gonna be fine. So we should be good. I do have one more plan for these guys. A pretty good one, if I do eventually do it, and if I don't forget about it in the following 5 seconds, because I just had it, like, while I was bringing them up the stairs, I just had the idea. But yeah, you know what time of the episode it is, it's time to end it off. A pretty fun episode though, I really did enjoy myself. I know exploring videos usually don't do good on YouTube, and I totally understand why. I don't think it's very fun to watch exploration videos. I myself very much prefer actually exploring myself than watching someone else explore. Big frame lags for some reason, don't know what that was about. But yeah, you can kinda just have to keep most of the exploration in though, cause, you know... Okay. I didn't even hear a sizzle or anything. But yeah, you usually gotta keep the exploration bits in, cause you only discover each area of the world once. So it's kinda only a genuine reaction only then, right? I've also been kinda working on this area as well. I put in a bunch of the redstone, I also been digging this out, so maybe in the next episode you'll see a good portion of this done. I might work on it a bit. I do have a bit of spare time that I can use on that. Anyway, that is going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!